Hi everyone. I wanted to do a quick demo of some of the items that we've been working on. So we have here the phase one proof of concept for the Xero, Paycove, and Stripe integration. I'm going to be working through two flows today. The first one is going to be for one-off charges. So this is Paycove invoices that only have a single charge associated with them, as opposed to a subscription. The steps we're going to follow today: generate an invoice inside of Paycove. So I know you guys know how to do that already. So I've done that offline. And then the second step is to generate a Xero invoice. And I know you guys know how to do that too. So we've done that offline. So the third step is after you generate a Paycove invoice and send it out to your customer, they're going to receive this invoice and they're going to have the option to pay offline. So here it's pay by check. In your guys' case, we'll have a different option that says, pay out of band or submit a bank transfer, however we would like to phrase it. So once I click this option, they're going to show a message that's set by you guys, and they're going to have a couple of options here. So close, I don't want to do this right now, or in this case, I want to make an out of band payment. So we'll click this case. So what's happening in the background, they're going to be sent back to this page, and what's happening in the background here is that we're generating an invoice for them inside of Stripe. So notice here that this $100 charge is now populated over here as a $100 invoice, which is set to the draft stage. So that's step three. Step 4 is to pay the invoice inside of Xero. So again, my understanding is that Xero, because the invoice will already be created in Xero, Xero will then be able to know once the bank transfer comes in, which invoice to mark as paid. So we're assuming that once this bank transfer happens, Xero will look at your bank account and say, oh yeah, okay, we know which invoice this belongs to, and then we're going to mark that paid. So this is the thing that we're listening for. So in the next step, we're simulating this webhook getting sent from Xero. So that's what's happening here. We're simulating this webhook, and so as that's getting pushed through, what we do over here is we notice that this new invoice generated by Paycove has been has now been marked paid. Again, it's because Xero says to us this invoice has been updated because we've received an offline bank transfer, and then Paycove says, okay, yeah, I remember this. This Xero invoice relates to this Stripe invoice, so let's now mark that as paid. Okay, so that's the 5 steps for the offline payment. Again, we'll generate an invoice inside of Paycove, generate a Xero invoice from that Paycove invoice. Your customer expresses the intent to pay out of band. When they submit this offline payment, Xero will recognize that offline payment associated with an existing Xero invoice, and then Paycove will listen to that notification and say, oh yeah, let's also mark that corresponding Stripe invoice as paid as well.